I think that we all, would love to do something. We all wish to have this or wish to have that. We all dream of being this or being that. And like when you use the words like wish and want and hope, then that's what they are. They're just dreams and wishes and wants. And so you have to put the action in. You have to, it can't be a dream. It has to be a goal. And you have to work on that goal every single day, and you have to put the time in, you have to put the energy in, and it is not going to happen overnight. And you have to understand that, it's not going to happen, in a year. And if it's something that you're passionate about, the time shouldn't matter. The time will fly by. And as long as you keep, put your head down and grind it out, it will happen. If you're passionate enough about it, and if you care enough to see it through, it will.
You have to want it so bad, guys, that it brings you almost to tears, that it's right there. That's how you know you're in, when you are so emotional about it that you wake up thinking about it. You go to sleep thinking about it. When you talk about it, missing out on it is so scary to you that it almost brings you to tears. It's got to be right there.
Well, think about my daughter, and I think about some of the things that I try to instill within her, even just now at school, when she's doing her work and I'm checking her work, and the directions say complete 2 or 3 sentences in order to answer this question. And she does the bare minimum, and she does 2 sentences. And I ask her why. And she said, because that's what the directions say. And I said, but does that get your complete thought down on the paper? Like, is that the best you can do? Are you content with being average? Because if you are, that's your choice, And those are the things that I ask her, like on a daily basis, because I want to grind it in her head that she should not be content with being average. It's okay, but she should not be content with being there. She should want to propel herself forward. And that is not something that I can do for her. It's only something that she can do for herself. And I think the same goes in fighting. And a lot of the times, do the work sounds so simple, but something that, my very first instructor used to tell me, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. And so, yeah, it's simple to work on a jab, but does that make it easy if you're doing it over and over and over again to perfect it the way that John Jones has his jabs, And so sometimes the most simplest tasks are the ones that you have to work on to be the best. And I think not enough of us appreciate or have really embraced the suck of work, the process, the meaty stuff of why it gets done. And that's what it is. It's like allowing yourself to get in the zone, to put your head down, to do the work, to get there before everybody else, to do the work and to stay there when and it's not because everybody left. It's because you're not done. When you know you're done, then you're done. And that's a different done for everybody. Like you said, I definitely am probably one of the most clumsiest MMA fighters, not the most gifted, naturally gifted. But I put in the work to get there, and so, and I know that, and only I know that, and only that person, like everybody will complain, how come I haven't got there? Well, because you're complaining about how come you haven't got there instead of trying to figure out what it is that you did wrong.